It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, is spotted at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On second down, here's the option. Going quickly here to Thomas. Past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
On first down, Brady. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
39-yard line.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Clark on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. It's Cousins on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
7-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down right around the 25.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed out right. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Thrown away and incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
They're on the 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Cousins with a give to Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran out to the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady quickly to Thielen here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Brady now on 1st down. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Nick Chubb, second leading rusher in the NFL last year. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And it's up and good.
Chargers 13, Panthers 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever done.
Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady going to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Brady's throw there complete, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Carolina.
Here's Brady. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
This kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Panther first down.
Here's Brady to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Now Brady. Obviously, they're not where they want to be. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. The big fella. He's at the 40. The 20. 10, 5, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a third.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Panther.
Now a play fake. Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
15.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
The Chargers on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On third down, they're going to go with the option. A quick toss outright. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
So out comes the field goal team once more. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. From the gun, Brady. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing here, Cousins. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Cousins hands to Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1 and 2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Tom Brady at 42 years of age, you'd think the arm would not be as strong as years past, but you'd be wrong. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. One final try now for Brady. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is.